So the second type of question which is related to fasting, Ramzan fast, is about the benefits of Ramzan fast, that how Ramzan fast benefits Muslim individual and the Muslim community. So whenever you have such type of question about the benefits of Ramzan fast, you will give a brief introduction of fasting, that fasting, its Som means fast, Som means to abstain. Okay, it is to abstain yourself from eating, drinking and marital relations, and it is one of the major pillar of Islam, which was made obligatory in the second year of Hijrah. Okay, identified it was made obligatory in the second year of Hijrah with the Quranic verse that, "O you believe, fasting has been prescribed as it was prescribed to those before you, so that you may learn self-restraint and self-control." So for the benefits, first give a brief introduction in your answer about Ramzan fast. Okay. Meaning, definition, obligation was made in second year of Hijrah, and then briefly mention the quote the Quranic verse in your answer. In the second paragraph, you will write about the individual benefits, that how it gives benefit to an individual or spiritual. What are its spiritual benefits? What are its individual benefits of Ramzan fast? So, according to the verse, we can mention that it develops self-control, taqwa and piety. Okay, self-control is one of the basic objective, one of the basic benefit of Ramzan fast. It is also called taqwa and piety. It develops taqwa. Taqwa means self-control. According to the verse, fasting has been prescribed upon you as it was prescribed to those before you, so that you may attain taqwa. You may learn self-control. So fasting, it develops self-control in a person. It helps one to overcome his bad qualities like selfishness, greed. Okay, so fasting, it requires the person to abstain from eating, drinking, okay, and from other activities from dawn till sunset. So he has to avoid all such things which are prohibited. Okay, so it creates and it develops self-control. Okay, it brings steadfastness in the person. Fine. That is why here you can quote the verse that fasting is prescribed to the believers so that they may learn self-control, which is the verse of Surah Baqarah. This is one of the basic benefit of fast. The second major benefit of fast, you can talk about reward. Fasting is that worship which about which Allah has promised great reward for it. Okay, such a great reward has been mentioned in the hadith of the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, that Allah, that there is hadith Qudsi in which Prophet, peace upon him, quoted that Allah says, "Fasting is for me and I shall certainly compensate it." Allah says, "Fasting is for me and I shall certainly compensate it." Okay, I am the reward. Okay, fasting is for me, because fasting is that worship that the person does it for Allah Almighty, although the other deeds are also done for Allah Almighty, but fasting is that worship in which the person cannot show it off to the other people. It's between Allah Almighty and the person. That is why Allah is particularly mentioning that fasting is for me and I am its reward. I will give the reward, whatever I want to give, whatever reward I want to give, I will give it. So there is no specific reward mentioned. Okay, since there is no limited reward, a great reward has been promised by Allah Almighty. What else that you can mention? That the one who observe fast, they have two happiness, two moments of joy and happiness. Okay, there are, for them there are two moments of joy. According to the hadith of the Holy Prophet, peace upon him, the one who observes fast, he has two moments of happiness. One is at the time of iftar, when he breaks his fast, at the time of iftar. when he observes and witnesses Allah's blessings on his table, on his dining table in front of him. And the second, when he will meet his Lord and he will get the reward from Allah Almighty. So again, this is an individual benefit. So the person who observes fast has two moments of happiness and joy. One is at the time when he breaks his fast at the time of iftar, and the second one when he will meet his Lord and he will get the reward from him in the form of his pleasure and his happiness and Allah's mercy and forgiveness. That is the second happiness. Okay, in the reward you can also mention that there is a specific door, a specific gate in the paradise which is called Babur Rayyan. It is called Babur Rayyan. That the paradise has 8 entrances, 8 doors, and one of its door is specially reserved for those who observe fast. That is Babur Rayyan, and only the people observing fast would be able to enter from this gate, and no else would be allowed to enter from it. So people who observe fast would be allowed to enter from that particular gate. Again, it's a great reward and a source of Allah's blessing for those who observe fast. Okay, such people will enjoy favor from Allah Almighty in the hereafter on the day of judgment. So the people will get a great favor on the day of judgment from Allah Almighty when other people would be busy in accountability. So they would be eating and they will be enjoying the sustenance from Allah Almighty under the shade of His throne when there will be no shade. Okay, when there will be no shade except the shade of Allah's throne, such people would be enjoying the sustenance from Allah Almighty when the other people would be busy in their accountability. They would ask that who are these people enjoying there? So they would be told that they were those who are observing fast. Okay, they were those who are observing fast. They were those who had observed fast. Fasting, it has a lot of health benefits also. Okay, talk about the health benefits. That most of the problem in our health is due to the irregular habit of eating. Fasting develops a particular routine. Okay, through fasting, so it acts as a cleanser and for your body. So the body functions properly and it gets rid of the impurities, and the toxic material has been removed from the body, which is very much dangerous for the health. So stomach gets some time to take rest. The person follows a proper routine of eating and drinking, and during the daytime the digestive system takes some rest and it becomes stronger and it develops your immune system. So this is how fasting is a very good source of getting your health, improving your health. Okay, so this is how we can say that fasting, it brings a lot of benefits. Steadfastness, okay, it self-control, okay, it makes person sympathetic to the other person also, which we can add in the communal benefits. So the second types of benefit of fasting are the communal benefits. Okay, how fasting not only benefits an individual, but it brings a lot of benefits to the community. It develops and promotes brotherhood. Okay, how it promotes brotherhood in the society? In a way that when we feel hunger, okay, so we feel that how such people who are deprived from their basic needs of their life, okay, when they don't have to eat and drink, so the believer, he develops a sense of sympathy towards those people who are less fortunate in our society and those who struggle for their basic needs. Fine. So it develops brotherhood amongst the people in the society. The rich people, those who are the fortunate people, they become concerned about the care of their fellow Muslims in their society. They started helping them in the form of sharing their iftar and their meal with them. Okay, fasting, it also develops that it the person becomes grateful to Allah Almighty for his blessings and for his favors and provision. Fine. So at the time of iftar, when he witnessed so much of Allah's blessings, he becomes grateful to Allah and thankful to Allah Almighty for all that he Allah has bestowed upon him. Okay, he witnessed the benefits and the mercy of Allah Almighty at his in his home, and he becomes grateful to him. So unity, brotherhood, equality, such type of benefits could be identified. How it brings unity and equality amongst the Muslims, that they all follow the same routine. Okay, it develops unity amongst them, whether rich or poor. Okay, whether high or low, they all have to follow the same timings. They all have to follow the same routine, and they must observe fast during this blessed month of Ramzan. So it develops unity amongst them, and that in the sight of Allah Almighty they all are equal, and they have to follow these observations in the same manner. Okay, they all have to be very much grateful to Allah Almighty also. These are some of the communal benefits. Fasting also brings a lot of economic benefits to the Muslim society also, because those who are unable to observe fast, they pay fidya. Okay, they pay fidya. Those uh, many people, they prefer to pay their zakat in the month of Ramzan. So again, it brings an economic benefit in the Muslim society, because they know that whatever good deeds are done during this month, okay, the first would be rewarded with 70 times more, and nafal would be rewarded like farz, obligatory, and the farz would be rewarded 70 times. So that is why most of the people amongst the Muslim community, they prefer to pay their zakat in the month of Ramzan to get the maximum rewards, and so that the poor and the needy would be helped in this blessed month. Fine. So this is how it connects the community. Okay, they all become connected. They all come closer to one another, and this is how the love and affection is developed amongst the members of the society, and sharing the iftar, because Prophet peace upon him has encouraged his companions to help and support their fellow Muslims in this month, because whoever makes arrangement of iftar for their fellow brother, he will get the reward. He will get the same reward of the person who has observed fast. So making arrangements for the iftar of the other people will enable the person to get the reward of fast from that person also. So this is how, with that, it circulates the wealth. Okay, this all these because of all this economic activity, it circulates the wealth, and because of this circulation of wealth, the rich, there's a small portion of wealth, and some portion of it reaches the poor people, and their condition becomes better. Okay, and this bridges the gap between the rich and the poor. Okay, this eliminates the class system from the society. So fasting, it brings a lot of benefit for a Muslim in their society. Then the person feels very much blessed and happy by observing this obligation in a proper way. So whenever you have a question about that how fasting it benefits a Muslim individual or a Muslim community, and how fasting brings all the whole Muslim community together, this is how you will be able to develop your answer in a proper way.